Hello everyone, welcome on back to Louisiana. So of course we're in month number 3 it is now? Yeah. I got the cotton harvester all going once again. At least over here, obviously the other cotton harvest is done on the other side there. Now we have some spraying or weeding to do. I'm kind of leaning towards doing weeding, to be honest. Or hoeing. I foresee it being far cheaper, and you won't get the decrease yield amount either, which is it's a pro, obviously. Where is it? Weeder. I think it's I think this is the only hoe that there is in the game, I believe. Might be some modded ones. It's kind of bright in here now. It's still a little bit dark. I've deactivated some mods, but yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think, is it worth buying it? It's 36 grand. It's not a ton of money per day. Probably be far cheaper to do it this way. Now, I also want to say, I think we'll be buying a spot here. Where is it? Would that be? Is it technically a silo? No. Container. That's what I'm thinking of. Where is it? There should be one that allows you to kind of buy whatever. Storage for everything. You can buy, obviously, anything you want from here as well. Now, where do I want to put this? Probably, honestly, right over here would be kind of out of the way. And I can easily drive around and, do whichever thing I need to do. We'll put that there. And what that's going to allow us to do is to actually buy seeds in bulk. We can buy liquid fertilizer in bulk. Should save us quite a bit of money. Now, I do want to mention, obviously, we do have some stuff at the store still. I'll grab that in between here, or maybe I'll grab it when I grab the cotton bales or something. In between the next month or something. I'll figure something out. We're going to have plenty, we're have plenty of uses for it regardless, so let's buy a decent amount of seeds, but not a ton. We didn't use a ton last time. And this should be a slight decrease in price. We did use quite a bit of liquid fertilizer. Which obviously we're gonna have to do a second layer of fertilizer on these fields, don't we? I just thought of that. That might be a next month thing, almost. There we go. I think we should be fine to still do it next month with narrow tires. Drive through here and do the second layer. At that time, I'm hoping to have all of the fields done. It's kind of the hope, at least. I did want to mention we're having a little bit of an issue with this production. It started spawning stuff even though I have the barriers up. So, what's more likely is going to happen is I'll have to see if I have a piece of equipment or something. Oh, maybe that truck or something. I'll take the barriers out and I'm just going to park it there. That way nothing spawns. I don't know what else to do there. That is the best thing I could kind of come up with. Now, of these two tractors, which one has the most horsepower? 230, 225, so it really doesn't matter. This one's fairly bit heavier, which might be better. Yeah, obviously, no harvest outside of the cotton today. Wow, there's a lot of bales out here. There's, what, 5? I think there's one on the back there, so it's like 6 total. Now, obviously, we got all of them in the other cotton field as well. So quite a few. Let's check if there is that production I thought there is. I'm pretty sure there's, spinnery as well as a tailor shop. So 2 things I need. Fairly similar cycle-wise, so that's good to see. I should be able to rent these instead of buying them. Which then we only obviously have to rent them for the period that we have them for. And more likely we would have them for such a small period of time that it would probably cost us more to buy it. You know, these are things I gotta be obviously aware of when you're over $1 million in debt. You kind of gotta be aware of ways to kind of save a couple of bucks here and there, because things are expensive, and I'm trying to save some money as much as I can. Let's get this rented. Okay, this is right by the store. $500 a day. How much is it to buy? 180,000. Obviously, I don't have that money, so I really only have one option. So I'll activate this for the time being. Obviously, we're missing the material. Let's go to the tailor shop here as well. This is loud. Still, obviously, very expensive. And I will set this to automatically move over to. Should automatically go over there then. Alright, so everything is set up for that. Then I'll have to grab, what is the Deutz-Fahr, I believe it is. And I'll grab, I think we have a trailer on the farm there. I'll go this way. We'll grab the bales at least in that field, and we can get going that way. And then throughout time, we'll try to put the other ones in. We'll see how long they take to kind of work their way through. We have a traffic jam here, so I will just drive right past it. I was kind of wishing in FS22 there was a clothing factory that did the basically direct right into clothing. I wish we had that. I haven't seen it on Mod Hub yet. I might have missed it, but yeah, that would be nice to have. Obviously, I could just buy that and put it right by our farm somewhere. Right, and we do have that one trailer. Hopefully, that's big enough for some cotton bales. If not, I will just kind of jam them in there until they kind of fit the best they can. And yeah, more likely when we're selling like the corn tortillas, we'll have to probably consider a different trailer. Whether it's renting a dolly and a semi-trailer or something. Whatever it takes, obviously, it's going to be a lot of loads, I'm guessing. I haven't checked how many currently, but I'm assuming quite a few. So, I will get this over to that field over there. I believe it's like right across the farm. And I'll get all the bales picked up, and then this is actually kind of a nice little area. I've not drove down this way. It's kind of, you know, the road's kind of down in the ground. It looks nice. Yeah, I'll get everything picked up, and we'll get everything brought to the fabric production. Alright, well, we got all of the bales, at least that I could find there. So we'll be hopefully taking them back. I'm hoping this is the road. I'm not really sure. The road leads towards this, so I'm assuming it's the right spot. We'll see. But we'll get everything into the fabric facility, and we kind of get things going that way. But yeah, 4 bales fit perfectly in what we have here. I believe it was literally right on the other side of the... Oh, that's a cool, like, rock fixture there. It was right by the store. Yeah, here it is. Where do I put the bales at? Oh, I see. Well, I am really bad at backing up these type of trailers, so that means one thing and one thing only. We're putting them in like that. I'm not sure what the capacity is on the spinner either. That's at least 30,000 liters. Oh, 40,000 liters at least. 200,000, so quite a bit. And why is it just over 40,000 liters? That doesn't make sense to me. We had 40,000 liters of bales. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, and anyways, it's obviously going to start working on the fabric. Then this will start getting fabric at some point. And we'll start, I'll activate it for now. Because we'll start getting it there eventually. Then obviously we'll be making a decent amount of money from that. Hopefully millions, but we'll see for certain, obviously. I'm just going to do a quick swing by. I'll grab the seeds and stuff from the store that we got last time. And at some point we'll have to start trying to get some of these other fields planted. And then one of the big soybean fields that I did a contract in a little while ago is actually looks like it's going to be ready to harvest next month. Which is a little bit unfortunate. I don't want to take more loans out. So I was really hoping to potentially get this big cotton field here replanted so I could sell it potentially, and then we could go and buy the big soybean field. But on the other hand, this big field right here would also be really nice because it's obviously right next to the farm and it's fairly large, so we could make a good ways into, you know, we could make a large crop out of it, get quite a bit. So that is also another thing we kind of gotta consider, is what's gonna make the best there. So in that case, is it best to do just plant this field here quick at some point, probably next month the rate we're going, and then sell it so we take less of a loan? The thing is that the other big soybean field I'm talking about, I want to say it's like $800,000. It's not cheap. It's not. And I know we don't have any products coming up to be sold really anytime soon. Until like January, when some corn tortillas will be sold, but that is still a couple, how many months away? You know, 2-3 months away, so it's still a long time until we're there. That part's a little bit tough. We got a lot of things that I want to get done, but obviously lack of funds is making it tough. And that's, I mean, that's kind of the name of the game, though. It's not going to be easy. But I also feel like I'm cheating the system if I just sit here and take more and more loans out just to afford more fields. It's this field right here. We did our weeding contract in it. 737,000. So obviously it is far more expensive than these fields. And I think that's one of the larger. There is a soybean field down here. That's $1 million. $1 million. Holy. Well, we have a couple of soybean fields around here. Like I could go after one of those instead. But I know this one's massive, and would I be better off trying to get 11 and 15 replanted at some point? Probably it would have to be next month. And then I can pay back a bunch of my loan. So I'll probably end up taking a larger loan out to buy some of these, and then to sell them. So then I can obviously have less of a loan and just start harvesting all of these. That would make more sense financially long term. Obviously not right now because we're exactly $1 million in the hole. How much is the loan interest? Is about $3,000 a month. I'd have to more than double it because all of them are basically ready next month, I think, right? Yeah. Ooh, a lot of them are not going to be good yielders. This one is. A lot of the other ones have weeds. This one has weeds, but it is double fertilized. I am definitely interested in field 8, and I think we'll kind of see how it goes after that. Because them not being fertilized does probably make me a little bit less interested in them. Because obviously that's a good amount of yield, and I want to try to make as much money as I can. Is there something that I could be better doing, spending my time doing? We'll get a decent amount from these. Also, we'll probably end up getting that one. How much of a loan do I want to take? If I got these replanted to sell it, then our loan would be staying about the same if I bought these two. Maybe a little bit more. Then obviously at some point, we'll likely get more fields I'll have to do, though. That's something else I also have to consider is eventually we'll hit a point where we're not going to have that many fields out here for us to actually just buy that'll have a crop in it that's fairly ready to harvest. Because a lot of them are ready to harvest or close to right now, or they've been harvested. So that tells me that it might be a rough little period then. Which kind of almost tells me I need to be a bit of aggressive and try to take more than I think I should. Because the thing is all of them will be ready next month, but our fields won't be ready for a couple of months. So what do I do in that period that's going to be more profitable for us than obviously taking a loan out is a lot of money. Then to take a loan out to try to pay to buy some of those fields. I'll have to get our own fields obviously replanted. I know that. Then we could try to sell them. We still have to take a loan. So we'd make more money obviously from taking a huge loan out eventually, long term, to then I'll put string assist on. To then long term we'll end up making, hopefully, in theory, more money if we buy up the fields and replant it and sell. I'll obviously get my own fields done again, but that's, I mean, we're talking 5 months from now. All of a sudden we're talking, what, April? May? You know, it's a long time out. To that point, we're only a couple months from the finish line at that point. So would we even be able to get these fields replanted even after that? So, I think we'd be best off taking like a huge loan to buy up a bunch of land. So at the end of the day, the only thing that we're going to lose by taking the loan out is the interest. If we take the loan out to buy the land doesn't change in value. It'll still be, $700,000 at the end of the day. We'd have to eat the loan interest, but in theory the crop should easily be able to make that back. In theory, which I would assume it would. I'd end up selling a lot of the soybeans as is. I don't think I could do like soy sauce. I'm gonna have to think on this one. Obviously, if we go that far into debt, it's a long way to crawl out of. And it would definitely make things a little bit interesting if I can take on, I don't know, 3 million of debt basically in the end and still turn a multi-million-dollar profit. I mean, in the end, obviously, if you take 3 million of debt to buy land, I'm still going to get 3 million back, plus what's ever in. It's tough. It's tough. Yeah, well, I think I'll probably just go ahead and set up a time lapse. We'll get as much of these fields as we can planted. I think we should get them all done today. It goes fairly quick, and obviously at some point I'll have to move the hoe over to this field, but outside of that, it should be direct right to the very end. So I'll text everyone once the time lapse is done.
Watch my life pass me by, never knowing where I belong in a web of love and lies. As you string me along, and I can't breathe, I can't see, I'm losing sight of everything. I feel the walls closing in, and we're falling apart. Oh, I just wanna be free, I just wanna be free. Think I'm falling apart. Oh, I just wanna be free, free. Watch my life pass me by, never knowing where I belong in a web of love and lies. As you string me along, and I can't breathe, I can't see, I'm losing sight of everything. I feel the walls closing in, closing in. I feel I'm falling apart. I feel I'm falling apart.
Alright, so we're just about done here with the planting, the final field, I guess. Would you call all of these separate fields, or are they the same field just separated? I don't know, how would you describe that? I've never seen this like before, like in person, where they separate them all like this. I'm assuming there's a reason. I'm assuming. Because I think, is there only this spot on the map though, or no? They kind of do it up here too. So it's not just here. You can see they kind of split up a lot of different spots. 24 is a bunch of split up pieces. Interesting. Well, we'll be keeping the tractor and the planter because obviously we'll have a lot of fields that get replanted very, very soon. So this will be a fairly long-term lease, more than likely. We'll have to hop over to the cotton harvester and we'll get that emptied. That's all done. I'll get this out of the field. That way it doesn't cause crop damage next month. Otherwise it will. And let's see, here we are. Hopefully we can unload a unfinished bale from this. Unload baler. Unload baler. I was getting a little worried there. I wasn't seeing it pop up. 4,000 liters is not, a small amount. A lot of bales out here. Does it show in here just what we have here? Or? Well, 94,000 liters, but I think that includes everything. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Basically like 10 bales right here. A lot. Alright, well, we can get this returned then. We can save a little bit of money that way. That returned. We won't be doing cotton for a while at least. But, yeah, obviously, I'll probably try to get a lot of those cotton bales maybe moved over just off camera. Just to get them over at the fabric. We should have enough space. Yeah, we should easily have enough space in there. That way everything is there and we're just, we're making as much clothing as we can slowly. Hopefully not too slow. And we'll be able to make quite a bit of money that way. But yeah, obviously, like I said, I will think on if I want to take a lot of loans out and try to buy a lot of these fields and then do the harvest in them and then replant, sell, or what I kind of want to do there and what's going to be the best. That is kind of the thing I kind of have to consider, at least. So, yeah, that is about everything for today. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.